All right, let's hop in. I've got 1 hour to absolutely transform and change your life. I have done zero preparation for this in the sense of I've not sat down, I've not created a script, I've not spent time rehearsing. I am here as myself. I've spent, I guess you could say, 20 plus years as a vegan getting ready for this moment. And I'm excited to change some lives. And I'm ready for y'all to wake the fuck up. So let's everybody stand up. I know a lot of y'all are sitting down. Let's stand up. Let's shake this shit off. Come on. Get up, move, jump a little bit. Hopefully you're wearing a vegan shirt. Let's move. All right, got some blood flow. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. One more. Breathe out. I'm ready to change some fucking lives. I need y'all to wake up. What I mean by that is you all have the capability, the capacity, the energy to be leaders. I can't do this alone. The Vegan Squad is, founded by me, but this is not my organization. This is a movement that I'm a part of, and I need you all to be here for this. And the best way that we can help find a vegan world is to build vegan businesses and build them better. When we can make vegan products more available, it allows the world to be easier to live vegan in, allowing more people into this that are simply a little bit lazy or a little bit difficult dealing with peer pressure. Outside of that, the more that these vegan businesses can grow, the more that we're able to help other vegans and create a vegan world. This is going to be better for everyone. And so, whatever we can do to help you grow your businesses and your careers and your lives is ultimately my goal, because I feel like the more we can level you up, the more we can level up the world. So I want to know why everyone came here. Go ahead and write it into the chat. If there's something specific you're trying to learn, if there's a problem you're having with your business, probably for a lot of you, the problem is the business is still in your head. It's not real yet, but that's okay. We can get through that limiting belief as well. And I will teach you some of the things that have helped me get here, such as hiring my own coaches, the training that I've put myself through, both physically and mentally, and some of the ways that I choose to look at the world. So, Carrie, learning to speak up for the animals. Let's go. Everybody else, why did you stick around to this chat? Why are you here? What do you want to learn? All right. Courtney, you want to learn more? Thank you, Dom. I appreciate that, brother. Excited to have you with the team. I got to meet Dom, I think it was like 3 years ago at a vegan bodybuilding show of all places. Courtney, connect with more like-minded people. Great. Who else? Does anybody else want to do anything? If not, y'all can hop off. Like, I am not here to take your time. If you don't want to be active, don't want to participate, you can hop off. You can go somewhere else. I'm here to help people that want to change their lives. If that's just my own team, that's fine too. Lauren, gain some hypertrophy, be such an elite version of myself, to be a representative of veganism. Let's go. Let's go, Lauren. I like that. We can dive into that. I think the coolest part about being vegan, if we can wear it on our shirts, we're walking billboards. So the way that we build our bodies, Carrie, want to be a competitive bodybuilder? Building our bodies, it's a great way to attract people to this movement. Sean, looking to learn as much as I can. All right, I'm going to drop as much knowledge as possible. Erica, love to find a better way to share veganism with the general public and move towards the vegan world. Great. Wear it everywhere you go. Put it on your shirt. If you don't have a shirt, let me know. I'll get you a shirt. Actually, I think you do. I think I've seen your page. Maya, refreshing my motivation to put myself out there on socials to connect with more people as myself. Charlie, here to get unstuck. iPhone. This might be Jackie. To be a part of a group that is not the odd man out that represents me and my lifestyle. All right, let's go. I'm going to write some of these down. All right. Charlie, not to be a on the nose person, but just to put it out there, you'll be unstuck as soon as you want to be. It's literally that simple. As soon as you're ready to, as soon as you're ready to let the fear go, you can just unstick yourself just like that. It's just you have to want it bad enough. You have to get to a breaking point where you're so broken from being stuck that it is less painful to unstuck yourself than to stay in the same stuck that you're comfortable with. So, a little bit about me. I went vegetarian at the age of 10. It didn't take any graphic footage or anything along those lines. It literally just took my best friend at the time pointing out to me that to eat a hamburger, I had to kill a cow. That alone was able to help me find the path of vegetarianism. I did not know there was a whole lot more until I read a PETA magazine at 13 years old. That PETA magazine explained to me without graphics, but with words, how babies are taken from mothers and how babies are ground up in industrial shredders the moment they're born, depending upon what species they're born from. That alone, reading that paragraph in the car, helped me go vegan. And the part that I fucked up on is it took me 16 years to start speaking about it. I did become a bodybuilder at 15. I've been doing that for the last 18, 19 years. It's been a big part of my journey. So I want to focus a little bit on that. If you are not already pursuing like an elite physical physique, and it doesn't have to be bodybuilding, but like whatever elite is to you, because you need to feel confident with the body that you have, whether you're a runner, a swimmer, a hiker, being elite in your own eyes will give you the confidence to do the other things that you need to do. The times that I'm afraid to do activism in public, the times that I'm afraid to go on stage, the times that I'm afraid to have a conversation with someone, I rely on my physical discipline. I have not taken more than 6 days off in the last 18 years at the gym. One, I'm a little bit crazy, but two, it keeps my head on straight. So you need to find your outlet, your physical creative outlet that you can push the needle on. Again, it does not have to be just bodybuilding. It could be running or whatever. Something that you feel confident in, a repeatable task that you can do over and over and over again and find out you're really good at it. If you don't have a coach, you should have clicked the link before. If somebody could put the link in there now, or if you can click the link after. If you've not worked with a coach to build your physique, you don't know what you're missing. I can say that because I went without a coach for the first 10 years. Hiring a coach transformed my life. I started to realize a lot of the things that I had done wrong. I started to learn all the things that were right that I was not yet doing. And I also had the belief of someone else. When you have someone else that is invested in you and they want to see you succeed as bad as you want to, except they actually believe in you and you don't yet believe in yourself, you are able to go so much further. So I can't tell you how important it is for you to hire a coach, because I don't think there's a dollar value that is possible. For me, I would not be here had I not hired my first coach. So if you want to view this as a lesson of how to get in my seat, and I think that's pretty valid, because all of you are on this call for a reason. You don't know yet what I know, because if you knew what I know, you would be leading these calls yourself and presenting them the same way that I am, because you would realize that we need to wake everyone up and help everyone become leaders. So if you want to become a leader and become sitting in the seat that I'm in, these are some of the steps that really helped me. Hiring a coach. It helped me learn my craft now as an occupation, but it also helped me learn how we can mold and shape and believe in people so that they can go out and do their best. So hiring a coach was absolutely huge for me. Some other things, learning to invest in myself, whether that was through therapists. If you need to get some therapy, I highly recommend it. If you're a man, it's okay to go to a therapist. Working on myself through self-help books like the 4 Agreements was huge for me. I would write that down. If you haven't read the 4 Agreements, it's like $7 on Amazon. If you can't afford it, send me a DM. I'll order it for you. I've ordered that book for like 50 people. But practicing the art of growing and improving yourself is going to help your businesses take off. You need to put in the reps with yourself, whether that's in the gym, but then you'll also need to put in those reps with business. And so part of doing this is just continuing to show up over and over and over again relentlessly. So I want to talk about like work capacity or work ethic or work effort. A lot of people just don't do enough with their businesses. They think that they messaged a few people, or they tried a few things, or they made one post a day or something along those lines. But you need to get data to run a business, and you also need to do the things that are working. So for me, sending 200, 300 Instagram DMs a day was not unheard of when I was getting started. Commenting on 100 other people's posts before even posting my own post. Posting 3 or 4 times a day, like, and not that it has to all be on Instagram or anything along those lines, but by being able to go out there and put a large amount of effort out, you should then be able to get a large amount of data in, and you can double down on the things that are working. So just realizing that the reason business is hard is just simply because it's hard. A lot of people give up. So if you can be one of those people that survive until the end, you're able to take yourself so much further. So hiring a coach, being ready to work, both of those have helped me in my life. I think probably the next biggest thing, like the one that if I only had 5 minutes left, the takeaway for you is find out how every single obstacle you've encountered, every single tragedy that's happened to you, every single negative thing that's in your life, find a way to turn that around and make it positive. Literally anything you've been through. So for me, the one that I always draw on, the one that always gave me a lot of energy in the past, a lot of pain, but could wake me up, was reliving a breakup. And it's weird to me that that's my thing, but I think the reason that breakup shook me to my core is because I didn't have a core to begin with. I was in a relationship with a woman. I thought I was moving to another city. I thought I was getting another job. I thought I was having kids. I had all these dreams to go in this direction. And she broke up with me. And it was the closest I've ever been to killing myself. It is the most lost I've ever been in my entire life. I didn't know where I wanted to live. I didn't know what job I wanted. I didn't know who I wanted to be. I did not know myself. And not knowing yourself and being alone, a little bit scary. For me, actually a lot bit scary. I'm usually a happy person. That was the least happy time in my entire life. But I needed that. And I'm so grateful for it, because it allowed me to change my trajectory. It allowed me to change what I was doing. It allowed me to move to a new city. I moved to Tampa. I met people like Alex Nearest, like Melissa Donovan, like Ali Martinez, like all the people I was supposed to meet in this life would not have happened if I had just had my head stuck up my butt, stayed in Gainesville, done nothing, been depressed. I had to find a way to shape that. And that one was the longest one for me. I then lost my dad about a year later. And to me, that was like the most bittersweet reminder ever that we're all going to die. Laura died in that relationship. My dad's body physically died that day. My family grieved for a long time. And I do not judge any of them for what they needed to do for themselves. But for me, I moved past this relatively quickly because I chose to view all the negatives that happened between me and my dad, any of the times where we didn't see eye to eye or we argued, all of that died with him. I decided to only keep the good parts, only keep the good memories. I got his words tattooed on my chest. You'll figure it out. You always do. Because I wanted to remember the good things that my dad taught me. And so now my family will still get sad. But I choose, and this is what works for me. You can do whatever works for you, but this is part of the reason I'm able to be in this seat right now. I choose to find that silver lining no matter what. And as cliche as it might sound, or as silly as it might sound, because that allows you to keep moving forward. A lot of people get stuck. They get sad, they get scared, they get stuck, they go back to what's normal, to what's comfortable, but that is not how you grow. And if you want to change your life, if you want to have a physique, if you want to have a business, you got to get uncomfortable. There's no way to squat 5 or 6 plates in the gym and be comfortable. There's no way to grow your business to the height that it could be and be comfortable. There's no way to create a vegan world and be comfortable. Change requires discomfort, so get used to the discomfort. Don't allow discomfort to be something that pushes you away. Lean into it. The next time you have a scary, hard, challenging, discomfortable decision to make, I suggest you go with the one that sounds the scariest. That is how you grow. And you keep doing that over and over and over and over again. And then your mom dies and you still keep doing it over and over and over again. You don't let the ebbs and flows of life change how you show up, because there will be good or bad things happening no matter which way you look at it. And so on the easy days, you should probably do more work. On the days that things are lining up, calls are coming in, customers are lining up, sales are going through, those should be good days. And on the days that feel like bad days, still make them good days. Find ways to pull this around. Find ways to find that silver lining and keep moving forward. Like, I don't want to have to prove this, but if my mom were to die right now or something on this call, I would still finish this call with the love that you guys deserve, because this is the reason I believe I'm on this planet, is to push this message forward. And if you believe you're here for a reason, then you should work for that reason until you're no longer here. And so if you think you have a great business idea, or you think you have some idea that needs to get started, but you haven't done it yet, you think that you should post, but you don't post because you're scared of what other people will think, your reason for being on this planet is wasting away every moment that you delay. So put it out there. Put it out there. Keep putting it out there. No matter what happens, find a way. Like, we just messed up with our text messages the other day with something that we were trying to send out for work. And my immediate thought was, fuck. And then my next thought was, okay, great. We get to fix it. We get to find a way forward. We get to figure it out. Okay, there's a problem. Something broke. Great. We get an opportunity to learn and fix it. Somebody quit. Okay, great. We get the opportunity to hire the next best person. Actually, nobody's quit from Vegan Squad yet. But whatever it is, find a way to find the positive, find a way to keep moving forward. You guys get stuck, and that is where you're going to die in business. You have to move forward. You have to move forward ruthlessly and with speed. I'll go into the other one that really stuck with me. A haircut, a hat, actually a hat, a haircut, or a tattoo. If I had a hat, this would be a better analogy. But with business, and I would say in life in general, people obsess over making decisions. Just pick something and move the fuck forward. Pick a decision, run with it, see how it goes. Now, I'm not saying go out there and try 15 different programs to train in the next week, but don't spend 2 months to pick a training program. Get out there and get started. If it's something that can be relatively easily and quickly switched, like a hat, move through those situations quickly. Try it. If there's no consequence, that you put on a blue hat, you don't like it, put on a red hat. Easy. Now, if you're going to talk about a haircut, you're going to dye your hair green, and then you don't like it, it's going to take a little bit while to grow back, but it will grow back. So those midterm decisions that can still be fixed relatively easily and quickly, go ahead and make them. If it's a tattoo, then maybe consult your partner, sit down, figure them out. But not making a decision is the same as making a decision. You're making the decision to not make a decision, which slows down your business. And the speed at which we make decisions can affect just about everything in our life, but especially for business. I think the hardest part for me with Vegan Squad, speaking honestly, one was just having the courage to believe in it. I thank Ali for giving me the courage to do this. I thank Maya for answering and saying yes when I asked her if she wanted to start a company with me. I thanked Alex and Melissa for telling me maybe we shouldn't do this right now because things are scary, but like I'm still going to support you either way. I realized that I was being a hypocrite and I needed to listen to my own information because Ali had told me she was going to start doing something and I can't remember exactly what it was. It might have been like posting or coaching or something along, I think coaching. And I said, you will do it as soon as you're ready to do it. As soon as you're ready, it'll just be that easy. You'll just do it. You'll just start. And then it was that night that I realized Vegan Squad would start as soon as I said, let's do it. Let's start. I was waiting for someone else to create this. I had been waiting for someone else to create the thing that would literally save my life. And so if y'all are sitting on an idea, stop sitting on it. Go make it happen. Go put it out there. See what happens. At least try. Because I had no idea if this would work or not. But I had to believe in myself enough to start, and thank God I had Ali to ask, like, you think we can do this? And she said yes. And so then we got started. Then we hired Maya, and then we got rolling. Brought in Alexis and the rest of the team. Whatever y'all are trying to work on, you need to get out of your own head and go attempt it. Go try. Go for broke. We're all young. And if you guys want the ending of the story, like what happens if I try a business and it doesn't fail? You die. What happens if you start a business and it has the best success in the world? You still die. At the end of this story, every single one of us dies. So what's worth not trying? Like why? What could be so scary or so insurmountable? What's bigger than death? I mean, I don't know. I think death is the only thing that we know that this is going to end for this story. Unless they somehow find a way to keep us alive forever. But like, I don't see that happening in our lifetimes. So if death is the end outcome, might as well do what you want while you're here. I recently, just a couple nights ago, Ali took us to an Alan Watts visual experience. And one of the words that stuck with me the absolute most is, what if what you wanted inside, like whatever you sincerely wanted the most in the world, what if everyone wanted that? What if? I immediately thought, like, I want a vegan world. What if everybody else secretly wanted that, but nobody was saying it, but everyone wanted it? But we're just thinking it, and we're not acting it. We're not willing it into existence. We're not speaking it into existence. We're not making it happen. And so I would urge all of you to sit with whatever you really want and just imagine, what if everybody else in the world wanted that? And if you are a good person and what you want the most in the world doesn't actively hurt other people or other animals, then why wouldn't we be working for it? So, unscripted, off the top of my head, those are some of the things that really truly helped me to at least get to where I'm sitting today. And I want us to keep doing this for everyone. I want us to do it to make this world a kinder place. I want us to really, really, really lean in on love and try to help people heal. My own sister was vegan for about 5 years and she stopped. And I never had the courage to ask her until I hired my own coach, Melissa, to be my accountability coach. And that came up in our session. And so I put off this decision for 5 years to tell you like how valuable coaching is to me, even in my own personal journey, even within the last month. 5 years, I had never spoken to my sister about this. I don't know why. Maybe I was scared of the outcome. And maybe I should have been a little scared of the outcome because I was part of the problem, I guess. I never asked her once. And she told me it had to deal with bullying, that she was made to be the odd person out. She wasn't included. And since the social pressure was so much for her, she gave in. And it makes me really sad that one, that she would give in and do that to the animals. It makes me really sad as well that this world is so hard that it breaks people. And that's why what we're doing with Vegan Squad is so important to me. I want to create a vegan world. Thank you, Lauren. It is tough, rough. I want to create a vegan world. And I'm hoping we can bring my sister back to this side. And I'm hoping that we can make this world easier for everyone else. So I want to thank you all for being here. And now I want to directly help whoever's willing to either come off mute or drop in the chat. You want to be the CEO of your own life. What's holding you back? What's stopping you right now? What's something you're struggling with that you want to fix, in the next 38 minutes? How can we change your life? Or if nothing's stopping you, what's your ultimate dream? What's that thing in you when I said, what if we all wanted the same thing? What do you want? What do you want to see in this lifetime? What do you want to do? All right, Justin. Thank you. I'm going to assume that you mean you want to help build a vegan world, that you want to be a part of Vegan Squad. Every single one of the coaches that we have on the team are someone that's either been my client or been through my coaching academy. I would love to work with you or have one of the team work with you. At least get in there on the ambassador link so that we can connect. Part of being on this team is excelling in all that you do and being what I call an A player. And by that, I mean people that bring good energy, good vibes, a good mission, and the ability to have an impact. So I'm not really necessarily looking for you have degrees in certain things or that you have technical skills. We can teach that, but I'm looking for the best people. Sean, you want an end to the suffering and death. I do too. I do too, my friend. So where are you playing in, Justin? Where are you playing in, Sean? What are you doing right now? How are you contributing? Or where could you be contributing? And for everybody else listening, I would love to hear from more people. If you're still sitting there thinking isn't going to do it. Like, what is holding you back? What could you do differently if you were to change? If you were to be like me the night that I believed I could start VSC, what would you want to put out into the world? Let's either write it in the chat, or if somebody wants to be brave and come off mute, I'm okay with that as well. All right, Courtney, a cookbook. Let's go. I kind of can't think of anyone better to do it. You cook better than I do. I hope you guys realize I have a cookbook and I'm like probably not that great of a chef. I've never been trained. This is just things I've thrown together in the kitchen. I'm not gonna say my food's bad, but it's not as good as Courtney's. What's holding you back from making the cookbook?
I think just fear that nobody will want it or nobody will buy it or people won't think it's worth it.
So for those of you that were here for Courtney's last call, can you let me know yes, you would like to see a cookbook from her, or please, if you wouldn't, write no. And let's be honest here. I only want honesty. I don't give compliments. If you're a crappy person, I'm going to tell you you're not a very nice person. If you're a nice person, I'll say you're a nice person. All right, Courtney, are you able to look at the chat?
Yeah,
What are you going to do?
write my cookbook.
All right, don't lie to me.
I'm not. Thank you all very much.
We love you, dude.
Love you too.
All right. That got some people woken up. They want Courtney's cookbook. All right. I'm scrolling back up since so many people want the cookbook. Andrew, Andrew, you know what, man? I want you to write some of what you've been doing so that other people can see and other people can believe. Andrew, write out just some of the things you've done, and I'm going to tell you what I know off memory. Andrew is 14. Andrew comes to vegan events. He wears vegan t-shirts. Andrew stands up in front of his class and explains veganism to the people in his school. When my sister was saying it's too hard to be a vegan, Andrew is speaking at the front of the class, showing them why going vegan is more important than not using AI. Andrew comes and helps us collect information from visitors at events, and he does it with a smile. And I've been pulled aside and told he's better than anyone else on our team, and he's 14. So we can all be a bit more like Andrew and get out there in the world and make this happen. So wherever you guys are at, if you want to see a more vegan world, continue participating online. Look for vegan events in person. I didn't do that for whatever reason. I didn't go to vegan events when I was younger. This is something that you can do. This is how you can make connections. You want to get into building a business, if it's something vegan related, those will be the best places for you to meet and grow with other people. Sandra, thank you for all you do. Everything you talked about is everything I needed to hear. I would like to educate more people on the cruelty that goes on. Okay, Sandra, what are we doing right now? What do you have? Do you have social media? Do you have friends and family? Like where are you trying to hit people with activism? All right. I'm gonna wait for her to type. Come back. Dom, saying Dom. Same. Applied for the ambassador position as well. Need to set up the legalities of coaching without certifications, setting up contracts to general liability waiver forms, etc., so I can coach without being sued. The legal side is probably my warrior concern. All right, Dom, get your LLC if you want. I mean, you can even bypass the LLC just to get started. You don't even need an LLC to get started. Message me and we'll go through the contracts, we'll go through the liability waivers, we'll figure all that out. That's the least of your problems right now. That's something you can fix in an afternoon. So don't let that see that's the area where the unknown or the scary can become this roadblock that's not even really there. It's like a tree is halfway covering the road, but we can go in the other lane for just a moment and get around it. Those are the things that are going to hold people back. Let's not worry about them, holding us back long term. That's something we can fix in a day. All right, moving through. We got some good comments here. Um, Erica, working to grow my local grassroots animal rights org. Let's go ahead and give some follows. We can definitely send out some information about this, Erica. What has been your biggest roadblock there for growing your local grassroots organization? What do you need more of? Do you need more posts? Do you need more in-person events? Do you need more people out there? What do you need? Andrew, I'm going to agree. You really are killing it out there, just being kind and spreading kindness, doing presentations from his business, starting businesses. Andrew's already got a guaranteed job here when he turns 18, possibly earlier if he wants. All right. Who's got a business idea? Who wants to come off mute? Who wants to play the game? Like, Erica, you want to talk about growing your thing? You can come off mute and tell me where you're at, what you're struggling with. If somebody wants to be brave, this is what I was saying before. If it's scary, if it's uncomfortable, now's your chance to do it. Younger me, he would have stayed on mute. The person that wants to sit in this seat right now, they'll come off mute.
Yeah, I'll come off mute. This is Erica. So we have a volunteer-based, like local animal rights organization. And I think the biggest barrier is since it is local, we need local activists. It's just everyone works full time. No one has like they have the desire, but not the dedication to like really work to grow the org and do the actions for the animals.
Where are you based out of, Erica? What city?
Columbus, Ohio.
Do they got any universities there?
Yep, Ohio State, I work for them. So we have
I
tried to
think
connect with our student orgs, yep, because students have a lot of energy.
you know Gary Yourofsky?
I don't know.
One of the world's leading activists. He's converted estimates suggest around 100,000 plus people. He did that for 18 years while he was traveling to about 100, I think it was like 180 universities a year, just around the country. And what he would do is he would email all of the professors and ask permission to give a speech on animal rights and tell his story. He said about 95, 96% of them said no, but the four that said yes was enough to get this done. So back to brute force, what I was talking about earlier. You go home, you get 100 people's emails, you send out 100 emails asking for permission to come give a speech to these students. Then you get an hour to drill in the points of activism, of veganism, of why you're doing this. And you'll probably get, depending on the kind of class size, I would say like 2 to 5% of each class would be willing to sign up and come help volunteer. You just give a couple lectures, a couple speeches, and you'll probably find all the people you need.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Thanks.
Yeah, let's definitely connect off air. I got to get your gift card anyways, but I think that would be a huge help. I'm also very much interested in having Vegan Squad partner with your organization to see how we can send some additional eyes and viewership over there.
That would be awesome. Thanks.
Of course. Um, Anything else I can do for you, Erica? Any other questions for you for your business?
Nope, I think that's a big one.
Okay. All right. Sandra, I do have social media. Most of my friends are leaning more and more to the vegan side. I challenge many people who come on the vegan sites and talk shit. I'm in course to become a CPT and do the nutrition side as well. All right. Sandra, do you want to come off mute? Are you in a place where you can come off mute? And then Andrew,
Hey,
I
John.
want you to send me your website. I want to check it out when it's ready.
Hey, John.
Hey,
Ed here.
hey Ed.
Yeah, one of the things you can do that I'm doing, I'm new to Tucson, Arizona. I worked
Okay.
with animal rescues in Richmond. I bounced around to Kansas City, Carson City, and back and forth to Richmond, different places. I wound up in Tucson for a little while. One of the things you can do is find a local group, which I found Far-Fetched Charities, which helps homeless pets. Going to help fundraise with them. So I think you can actually, instead of starting a new group, one of the things that I've seen in Richmond is two people get together, then they butt heads, and then they go start two new groups. And then those two new groups butt heads, now you got four groups. It's kind of like that old Breck commercial, all of a sudden you got 1,000 groups and nobody's getting anything done. I think cooperation with the local groups, do what you can for them. I want to do fundraising because they all need money. So I figure I met them at a movie night they produced, and they only had maybe 15, 20 people there. But it's a new group here in Tucson, and they go to Alaska and Mexico, help homeless pets there to get the word out and maybe actually start a fundraising conglomerate, so to speak, where I help other groups. So I want to do a pet rescue magazine, but I found printing to be extremely expensive.
Mm.
Color brochures, 25 or 48 page digest size thing, $20,000 just for printing. That takes a lot of sponsorship. Um, but yeah, you can help local groups. And like I put my application in to
Yeah.
be part of your group. just to learn, from you guys how to do this. And I fell off the vegan wagon, but very close, vegetarian. Pizza killed me. Being a salesperson, out and about and having trouble, being hungry. And pizza is about the only thing you can find out there that's, close to being truly vegetarian. But yeah, I'd like to get back to being vegan, get back with, you have meetup groups in a lot of your cities that are vegetarian, vegan centric. You have the Seventh-day Adventist Church, which I belong to, and I'm not promoting religion here, but they have a health message, which is vegan. So there's ways to talk to people there and find other people who have that same thing. They're always looking for speakers, and they have potlucks, which are vegan. So it's pretty cool. So there's so many other avenues. You don't have to start your own thing until you're ready and you figure out what you want to do. But tag into what some of the other companies are doing. And, you know, if you can't make your own, help. Help is very important.
I think that's a huge point there, Ed. Sandra, I will come back to you in just a moment once I finish here with Ed. Thank you for being patient. Ed, I think that's a great idea. Erica, it might make even more sense for you to partner with somebody that's already established in the same area. Maybe you guys can like divide and conquer, find a way to grow this even bigger together. But I also think not just waiting for that, like going and doing both, do both at the same time, grow your own while also partnering with someone else. That way you have some control over it. You're able to keep the vision going in the direction that you see best fit. Ed, what I would say to you, brother, is I think you're on the right path, 100%. I also think once you get fully aligned in your ethical values, it'll be easier to bring other people into your cause, especially other vegans. My response to you is if I could be vegan at 13 years old, 20 years ago, without a job, without a car, and do things like ask, hey, can you make me a pizza without cheese? Or, hey, can I eat the French fries because they don't have anything on them? I ate a lot of French fries in middle and high school because there were not other options available at the cafeteria. So I think we can buckle down here and ask yourself the 4 questions that I have for people. So I can run through this so that everyone can hear it. If Ed, if you want me to run through a few questions that I think we could decide tonight whether or not you want to be vegan going forward.
Unmuted. Go ahead.
All right. Wonderful. I appreciate we're about to get uncomfortable, but that is where we grow. So Ed, how do you feel about animal abuse?
Oh, I hate it. That's the whole reason I went vegan. It's not so much for the health benefit. It was because I love the animals.
I appreciate the honesty there. I feel 100% the same way. And can you describe abuse of an animal for me?
Just go to a slaughterhouse.
Okay. All right. And then what about like could we describe abuse as taking a baby from a newborn baby from a mother?
Absolutely.
And what about
Absolutely, because they have feelings just like we do. They cry, they mourn, and they're depressed. It's sinful. I'm truly believe, everyone says, "Oh, God let us eat meat." He also gave us the Garden of Eden, and our first diet was vegetarian, and our teeth are not made to eat meat. Regardless of what you say, it's we're herbivores.
So then the next question, the one that's a little bit harder for most, is do you actively contribute or pay to anything that qualifies as abuse, such as eating meat, taking dairy from mother cows, taking babies from mothers, or using products that are tested on these animals?
I try to stay away from animal testing. I use Melaleuca. They say they don't test on animals. I try to be as natural as I can because I don't like taking pills. Unfortunately, I have to for high blood pressure, but I don't like chemicals all over my body, which, from washing machines, a lot of people don't realize that when you wash your clothes with traditional laundry detergent, you are 24/7 in a chemical bath.
Yeah, but let's turn this back to the animals, not just the humans.
Okay,
so,
to the animals.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I have 2 dogs, and dogs cannot be vegetarians. So
actually,
and I know some people say they can.
I'm not asking about your dog's head. I'm asking, do you pay for things like dairy that force babies to be taken from mothers?
No, I do not buy dairy.
And what was your cheese?
Pizza. If
On the
I go
pizza.
out, that I just corrected myself. If I have a slice of pizza, which I actually did today, but I tried to stay away. Actually, I'm changing my diet because I'm 67. I found out that I
Mhm.
have calcium around my heart, and I've been looking at things that reduce calcium around your heart, and that's
I know,
basically
Ed,
arugula and
I'm
all
I'm
the,
trying to line you in here. Let's
yeah.
stay on track. We're talking about animals here. You said you
Yeah,
don't like
so
animal
I'm
abuse.
trying to get totally animal-free diet.
Yeah.
I don't eat meat. I despise meat.
Well,
But
let me
it's
tell
good
you
cheese.
what helped me go vegan was realizing those cows that made the milk for the cheese for the pizza, they are killed and turned into hamburgers as well.
Yeah, they're
And
abused,
so,
and even the
yes.
milking process is terrible. And
So,
they're forcefully impregnated, take their baby away, and they don't
so
even
you
give milk to
already,
the
Ed,
babies.
you already know, brother. So
Yeah,
going forward, how many animals should be abused and killed in your name? Zero or more than zero?
zero.
I'm gonna shake your hand. All right. And so thank you, Ed, for being willing to have a conversation and willing to come on, both on the business side. I think you gave a great asset there. And you also gave these people the chance to see how we can have these hard conversations. These are hard conversations for me because I care about the outcome. I care about the result. And Ed, I care about you, brother. I want you to be able to live in alignment with your values. And if people are against animal abuse and if they know what animal abuse is and if they know they're contributing to it, then there's only one logical explanation for what should happen next. They should step away from it. And so very, very appreciative of you, Ed, for being brave and coming on here, especially because you don't have to. You didn't have to do this. You chose to do this, and I appreciate you being here, brother. If there's anything I can do to reach out to me or anyone on the team. We'll take care of you.
I believe we'll be talking. God
Amazing.
bless you guys.
Thank you, Ed. All right, Sandra. I appreciate your patience, and then Andrew, I see you're off. I got your camera on here. We'll come to you next. Sandra, you can pop in if you're ready. All right,
Sure.
Andrew.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Yep, I can hear you.
Sorry, I'm not the best at technology.
Hey, you're making it work. I'm glad you're here. What do you got for us?
Well, I don't really know at this point. My life has been a little crazy the last couple of years. About a year ago at this time, I was almost dead. So I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things. Um, I've been vegan about 6.5 years.
Go for some
Um,
claps. Let's go.
a lot of my friends, I used to be a dancer, and I have some of those same friends. I'm 66 now, so it was a long time ago. But, little by little, a lot of them, they've stopped eating meat. Some of them are pescatarian. So we're moving. It's a little bit slow. I don't want to cram it down anybody's throat as friends because those are the people that'll walk away.
Yeah.
But when we all go out, we all go to vegan restaurants. As I said, I'm now on course to become a CPT, and I'm doing the nutrition side as well. So as I get more and more into this fitness nutrition thing, I will have more and more opportunities to speak to people about veganism. I challenge, I'm online, and every time you see something vegan, somebody has to come on and say something gross. Why, I don't know. I don't
They do.
understand that mentality, but I challenge them. I say stuff back and I tell them they're assholes, and my mother would not be proud, but oh well.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate you, brother. Ed just said flag in the ground, going totally vegan as of this minute. So, Sandra,
Yay!
yeah, there's a lot of trolls online, and I want
Yeah.
to share this with everyone here. If you're not already listening to the Vegan Squad podcast, I highly recommend that you do. We interview activists around the world, and one of my friends, Jimmy Cashby, he told me that he never blocks messages. He never stops people from leaving negative comments because he's noticed the same people for up to 2 years at a time leaving negative comments across all of his posts end up sending him a private message saying, your post helped me go vegan. Thank you for posting for so long.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I
amazing.
think of every time I see a negative comment. I see somebody so angry, somebody so fired up that they're going to stay here and go out of their way and take time out of their day to leave a comment on my post. Something resonated. Anger
Yeah.
is an emotion. It's the people that don't care that bother me. So Sandra, these people in
Yeah.
your life, would you say that you love them? Your friends, your family?
Yes.
And this is what I asked myself too when I said, should I talk to my sister about this whole vegan thing? Do I love my sister? I love my sister. Well, if I loved my sister, then I would want her to have all the knowledge and education that I have and also the support. And so I asked her, are you willing to come watch a documentary with me? And we're putting that on the calendar. Like this is like literally this week. So
Uh-huh.
those people that are your friends, you don't need to shove anything down their throat. But I think if they would be willing to watch a documentary with you and see the truth, see the visual horror that these animals go through. Let me ask you this. If they sat through a 2-hour documentary of watching slaughterhouse footage of animals being killed, would they still be people that you want to be right next to? I don't know. That's you don't even have to answer. It's something you can think about. But I think a lot of us as vegans, we're afraid of pushing people away. We're afraid of like the stakes are so high that if I say the wrong thing, but the thing is, if people know the truth and they know the horror, like Ed even just proved here, and are getting questions, they're going to change. And we all have that ability. And I did not think I could get people to change until I tried. Turns out people are willing to listen if you ask them the right ways. Some people won't. Some people will never go. And that's just the case. But never know until you try. So for you, what I'm curious, what do you want to do once you get these certifications? What's the end goal?
What I really want to do is work with older people. As I said, a year ago, I was almost dead. I couldn't walk to the bathroom by myself. So, now I look at it and I medication keeps me alive. Fitness and nutrition make my life worth living. And I want to share that with other older people. I've seen people for years and gone, oh, I must be so much older than that person, or they must be so much older than me. And then I find out they're younger than me. There's so many people who don't take good care of themselves. And a great deal of that is their nutrition.
I agree 100%.
That swaying them for a health thing for them still gets you the outcome you want, which is for them to stop eating animal products. And if you can prove that that's healthier for them, I don't care how I prove it, as long as they stop doing it.
Well, I think the thing that we need to come back to, and I used to agree with you 100%. I would lie, trick, or steal someone into not killing a defenseless animal. I would say the animal's in that room, and I'd lie, and they'd be actually in the other room. I would lie to somebody to get this message across. But the thing is, if people do this for health, you know what? I cheat on my vegan diet all the time. My vegan diet, like if we're talking about my bodybuilding vegan meal prep, yeah, I'll eat vegan pizza. I'll eat vegan Oreos. I'll eat vegan shit food, but I will never eat an animal. And so veganism isn't a diet, and we need to get people to realize that this is for the animals. I feel like this is the only way to get them to hold there, because people will try diets anytime. Now, granted, if they're not healthy, getting them plant-based might get them to the point where they love and care about themselves enough to go vegan. But at the end of the day, we have to come back to that ethical argument. For you with your business, functionally, is this going to be an in-person thing? Is this online? What does this look like as you scope it out?
At least to start, I would really like to do in person.
Okay. I would see if there's anyone else in the area, similar to what Ed said, that's running an in-person gym or even like a place that has this type of course offered, so that you can see how it's done and you can get some ideas on how to model your business off of what other successful people are already doing. That's another thing in business. Like, I recommend whatever sector you're in, this applies to everyone, find who's the best in that sector And before you worry about being the most coolest, newest, best innovators, get at least as good as whoever's in the best. Get at
That's right.
least as good as them. Nail what they're doing. If they got better ads than you, get better ads. If they got a better team than you, get a better team. If whatever it is, like find out what they're doing and get up to their speed and their level, and then you can surpass them. So that would be something else. Is there anything that you can think of off the top of your head quickly that I could support before we move on to someone else?
Not right this minute, no. I appreciate
Okay.
your time and everything that you do for us.
Oh, well, I appreciate having a purpose and a reason to be here. If it wasn't for Vegan Squad, I probably would have killed myself through some third-party manner, not directly a gunshot to the head, but I was not looking to be on this earth. And the people that are part of this mission and this movement give me something to wake up to every day. And so I am grateful for every single one of you that took time out of your night to be here. I see a few other people that have come off video or come on the video. We got Maya, we got Andrew. Do either of you want to come on here? Andrew, you want to come on?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, smile. Tell me about your business. What are you trying to build, brother?
So it's not like a vegan business yet. I will start one of those too one day. But this one is specifically I designed it with my dad and my grandpa because we were traveling in New York one time and we wanted to like go visit film locations. Like I was a big Spider-Man fan, so I wanted to see all the places where it was filmed. So we designed our own website, and on the website it has like a map built in, so it breaks down movies scene by scene. So you're able to like go on an actual map on the website, and it'll show you individually where each spot is filmed. Like I put the URL for the website in the chat, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
That sounds awesome, dude. And in case people forgot, how old are you?
14.
Yeah. Building websites at 14. I'm gonna go look at it right now. It actually looks good. That's incredible, dude. Like it actually looks good. It looks like a legit website. And like I just glanced over it. But the thing is, the fact that you're starting at 14, you could start from a great spot or a horrible spot, but you're starting. You're going to learn so many, you call them mistakes if you want, but they're really just the price of learning. You're going to learn so many lessons by doing this that you're going to be able to build another website. That barrier is already down. We could make a website for another business tomorrow. You already know how to do that. You already have something that I think people would be interested in. You found a niche. I don't know anybody else doing this. Like very, very cool, man. What's the biggest hurdle for you right now?
Like on the website or like just in general?
Or the business? Like what's the thing that's like, if you could have this one thing fixed, the business would move faster?
Definitely like finding a way for it to also like bring in revenue, because like right now, like once we like go live with the website and we like have views on the website, having like a way for us to also make money and like power the website more, like add on, like we're thinking of new ideas right now. So finding a way to like build that bigger so we can also like do more things with it.
I think you got a few different options off the top of my head. One, could just straight up ask for donations. Just regular old donations. Just ask people, hey, we're building this if you care about Spider-Man or you care about whatever. But I also think painting this as more of a passion project, why you love it, talk about you. Why is this important to you? Why at 14 did you build a website? Put your story in there. Put who you are. Put what matters to you, that you're vegan. Like I would even put that in there. And then put that you have special extras for Patreon donors and get a Patreon going, something where people can pay $1 a month or $5 a month. I mean, imagine you get 100 people doing $10 a month. That's 1,000 a month just from that. Now that might be, big goals, but develop a relationship with those people. If they can private message you or send something out or tell you where they went, those would be huge ways to build that connection with your following and then put this in other places. I'd basically try to put it in as many spots as you could. Maybe make stickers with a QR code, like especially if they're around the location. Now that might be a way, like you film like a Spider-Man thing, be like, I've seen on Spider-Man, click here to learn more, and then they're on your website. So
That's a
get
good
that
idea.
out. I think the next thing for you too might be some creative networking, because you're only one person. You can only go to so many places. So if you're trying to have like
Yeah.
every movie ever, maybe you get somebody on the West Coast. You guys kind of split it up a little bit. Maybe find yourself a partner in this. Might be a little bit, I don't know. It might be hard to do it at 14, but everything's hard at 14 in a sense. Like easier to start now than to wait 10 years. So I see big things for you, bro. Thank you for really
Thank you.
doing. Look at him, everybody. He's wearing a Vegan Squad shirt. He's representing. Appreciate it, man. I did not pay him to do this. He won't take payment. He's too kind. He's just an awesome dude. Anybody else want to come off? We got a couple more minutes. I will give you anything I can. Andrew is literally part of the future. Raised fully. I didn't say this. He's been raised vegan. He's 14 years vegan. He's probably been vegan longer than most of the people watching this. Vegan Nick, I see you up there. I see your camera is on. You want to come on? You got anything to say?
I was just saying I've been vegan 13 years, and it's true. The guy's been vegan 14 years.
You've been vegan 13 years. What was the moment you decided to go vegan?
We watched Earthlings with my wife and went vegan overnight.
Amazing. Let's go. How did that come on the menu? How did you and your wife just decide you were going to try and watch Earthlings?
Oh, we've been vegetarian together. I've been vegetarian 7 years, and when I met Sarah, she went vegetarian too. So after about 6 months, we decided to watch Earthlings because just like the arguments kept coming up about the dairy and eggs and the results of the industry. So I had tried watching Earthlings maybe prior to that. I only got through the first part, through the pet part, and I was like, oh, I don't know, I felt like I couldn't keep going, so I gave up. And it took me 7 years to watch it again. And when we watched it together with Sarah, we went vegan the next day. Well, right away. It was a version where it said it gave the things that you can do at the end. I haven't seen that version since, actually, the one that lists what can you do.
Wow.
And one of the reasons has been to go vegan, and we're like, okay, no, we don't want to be part of this, and we decided to do it. And since then, we kind of aligned our life to everything we're doing. We're trying to make it vegan. So we had pets, we had dogs and cats, and we started looking into it, and it turns out vegan pet foods has been around since like the 80s.
Yep.
And that took a weird turn. When we reached out to get the vegan pet foods, we were actually it was very complicated to ship it, so we bought a big batch. We bought like a pallet worth and started selling it to people we know, and that turned into a business. Since then, we have a online website where we sell vegan pet food. It's vgrr.com.
vgrr.com.
vgrr.com. So Vigor. Yeah, I'll write it in the chat. And then, oops, when it does autocorrect to Cherry.
Yeah, drop it in the chat. I want to see it.
I think you make. I've seen some of your videos where you talk about vegan pet food as well.
Yeah, I'm actually partnered with Virtuous Vittles. In other industries, like in the world, we would probably call Virtuous Vittles a competitor. But what I think is so cool about Team Vegan, we're all on the same team. So even though you guys are in similar parts of the industry, as you both help the world go vegan, there will be more people with vegan pets that need vegan dog food or vegan cat food. That's really cool. So what?
Yeah, we work with many different companies. So we make our own supplement, but we also import and distribute other vegan brands and only vegan brands.
And where are you based out of?
Montreal, Canada.
Ah, okay. Well, then never mind. They're in the United States. You're in a whole different other country. You guys probably aren't directly competing. Okay. Well,
we sell internationally.
Oh, internationally. What's the biggest bottleneck in your business right now?
Money. Need more money.
Well, usually we need something to get more money. Do you need more sales? Do you need more product? Like, are you having trouble getting enough product to sell? Are you having enough customers coming in? Like, what's the money hold up there?
It's a niche, right? It's a niche of a niche. Like when it started, it was easier than it is right now. Right now, there's more companies that opened up, so the competition became more. There's more availability to the clients, and the nice thing is that it was been growing organically, right? So the people that become vegan, it's almost like very natural for them to take that extra step for their pets, right? For the dogs
Yep.
and for the cats, and we have the technology in 21st century to do it, right? So this whole obligate carnivore argument is very persistent, but luckily, as the vegan population is growing, that's less and less of a problem, and we started focusing more on the vegans themselves. But it's a very inflammatory topic. Like anytime it comes up online, you just it will bring in a lot of haters, which is
I think that is your advantage right there. It is such a controversial topic because people still believe. Somebody said people still believe that dogs can't be plant-based. The eighth oldest living dog ever in human history was plant-based, and not many dogs have been raised plant-based. So the fact that one in the world was within the top 10 of all dogs ever, and they were plant-based. I mean, I've actually had a friend that went vegan, and they were going to put their dog down because the dog's arthritis was so bad. His arthritis was so bad. And then they were like, well, for the last few weeks, we're going to switch them to plant-based food because we're vegan. The arthritis went away. The dog lived 4 more years. Like, it's even better for the animals. It's better for the pets. Ed, you asked. I don't have any companion animals. I was going to joke and say I got Alex, but no. Alex is more like a son / brother. I don't know. I guess we can't put titles on it, but Vigor, amazing. Did you apply, Nick, to be an ambassador? Did you see the
nope.
link? All right.
Um,
I want to talk because these are things where you working with Vegan Squad and Vegan Squad working with you, we can definitely help grow both businesses together. We're both in the same. The more vegans we create, and the more the demand for your product is. So I just dropped that in the chat.
awesome. So okay, I saw the link. I clicked it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, check that out. Would love to stay in touch.
John, can you put your pet food in the chat too?
For the USA? Nick, I think you do both, but I will show Virtuous. And I don't know, Nick, maybe it would be worth you guys talking as well to see. There might be things that you both learned that you could share. They're a very new startup, so they're still figuring things out.
Is this a brand?
Virtuous Vittles. Yep.
So it makes original.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm not even sure. I assume it is, but I don't know if they make it or if they get it from a manufacturer that makes it. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, it's their brand. They're like we would love to have Virtuous. Sorry, what's it called? Virtuous.
Oh, Virtuous Vittles. Okay, so you guys might be able to partner. You sell other brands of vegan foods, vegan dog food, and cat foods. Oh, okay, then yeah. Message me. You'll have my information. Message me, and I can get you in contact with the owners. I have their phone number, so put you two together. All
awesome.
right, that's part of this is networking. That is how business works. We need to it's not so much that I have the right things. We need to sell certain things. Like some of it is just connecting the right people. That is what I am good at. We are growing this together. I'm going to be brutally honest. If you guys want to grow your business, I'm going to put it in here one last time. If you haven't worked with a coach before, our coaches are health and fitness coaches, but they also work with mindset. They help deal with limiting beliefs. You can ask any of my former clients. You can ask any of the coaches on here that used to work under me. It is a huge value add to have someone in your corner ready to change your life. So I guess my question to you would be, if you haven't worked with a coach before and you're not exactly where you're happy with everything else in your life, I would ask you why you haven't at least tried this. So I just put the link in there. That's basically it for tonight. I will maybe take one more question while people fill out that link. I will also say we do have 2 more giveaway winners to pick. If you want to pick that link, you might have a better chance if that's going to push you over the edge. If you need to win a prize to do something good for yourself and take care of yourself, then click the link. But seriously, if you do not feel like working with one of our coaches changes your life, I'll refund you 100% money back. Miriam, I hear you. we're not exactly free, but we're also, I would say, competitively priced with other coaching teams. The value that you get, I swear it will be worth more than what you pay. I swear it will be more than what you pay because we will not be charging these rates a year from now. I can guarantee you on that. We have raised our rates since we've started, and that will continue because we can afford to do so because we only put good people with our coaches, and there is a premium on that. But we do have payment plans. We will work with people that need assistance. We do have a scholarship program in as well. So I'm really more interested in people that actually want to change their lives, not people that just get motivated for a moment, someone that wants to have accountability and go through this. I worked with Courtney for a year and a half. Like she knows what we bring. Maya now is a coach on our team because of the coaching she received. What do you think, Maya? Was it worth starting this? Is it a good idea?
Oh my gosh, I literally say all the time that coaching made me realize what I'm capable of and what I'm not going to tolerate anymore. And I realized it put me on a path that I can't even believe what we've achieved together because of your belief in me. And yeah, it's insane. It is really crazy. And like you said, it's worth so much more than the money that I've paid to you in our, membership or whatever it is. But yeah, my life has been changed.
Oh,
Thank you.
changed my life too. It's a two-way street. I think every single coach on here can say that too. It's always a two-way street. I can't give you a whole lot of my life and my energy and see in you and glow you up and like just help you realize the amazing human you are if I'm not also getting that energy back. Like it can't only go one way, and it doesn't. I'm so grateful you're on the team. I've been hard on you since day one, both in bodybuilding and in business. And look at you. You've shown up to every challenge and you're still here. Even today wasn't the easiest day, but you showed the fuck up and you were here. And so you deserve all of this that's coming to you. And just like everything else, it's always going to take 100 times longer and be 100 times harder than you expect, but it's so worth it still.
Yeah, for sure. And it always is worth like we always say, it's going to take a lot longer than we expected it to. And it's worth the journey and the mistakes and this experience together too, and just seeing everyone's visions and how we're able to connect and grow each other by investing time in each other and hearing what we're working toward. It's really special what we have going on here.
I agree. I wouldn't rather be anywhere else in the world. You could offer me literally millions of dollars to sell VSC and walk away. And I would say, how much is my life worth? Because I'd probably put a bullet in my head if I wasn't here. So I plan to be here for the long haul. I will be Vegan Squad until I die. It will probably be a tattoo here in the near future just to hold me accountable. So if you want to be a part of this mission, if you want to be a part of this movement, the best way is to get in touch with us. That's how we vet the team. I mean, Alex, Maya, Courtney, all former clients. I had to get to know these people to the point where I'd hand Alex $10 million and know that he wouldn't steal a penny. He'd probably actually find a penny on the way to the bank and put it in there and be like, I found an extra penny. That would be Alex in a nutshell. $10 million and 1 cent. Is that correct, sir? Yes.
Yeah. I also just want to hop on and say thank you all for coming on and joining us. I've noticed a few of you have been here pretty much the entire time, so I just appreciate all being here. And I wanted to encourage y'all to fill out the application. I feel like I spent a lot of years on my own. Like if y'all were here for my talk, I tried to look into so much information before I went vegan, when I was vegan, just trying to build muscle, and I just did not know the correct path. And I literally listened to so many podcasts. I went to so many different summits like this and just tried to learn as much as I can. And it was hard putting it into practice and actually seeing results. I saw some results for myself, but having John as my coach, like he was the first and only coach I've ever worked with, and it was only 3 months, but I have walked away with so much knowledge about, like just even more knowledge about things, and I can apply it to my day-to-day life. Like I walked away with tangible tools because I got to practice them with somebody in my corner for 3 months. And not only with the nutrition and physique aspect of things and fitness, but mindset, like genuinely having him in my corner and being able to talk through, like for me, bulking was really, really scary. I had a lot of just other mindset things come up throughout our time, and being able to ask him questions and like answer his check-ins or whenever we would talk about things or just open up to him about what I was going through. Like that was so life-changing for me. So I just want to give y'all a loving, encouraging nudge. I know that there's finances involved in this, and I totally understand that that is scary to make an investment, but that investment can absolutely put you onto a better track in your life, and you don't have to struggle and figure out like go and research all this stuff on your own. Like you get to just borrow the information and belief in yourself from your coach every single day and then take those tools forward with you. So I just wanted to encourage y'all to apply, please, because we'd love to meet you and work with you and change your life in the ways that all of our lives have been changed by our coaches, including John with his coaches that he had. So thank you all.
You might even find a best friend out of it. You never know.
I did, and so did he.
I think the thing that like people don't realize is it's like health and fitness coaching on the outside, but there's a reason why I've had clients for 3+ years. There's a reason why other coaches are like, why are you talking to them about that? Or why are you supporting them with their business when you're just supposed to be their fitness coach? Like it's so much more than that. It's so much deeper than that. It's really about how can I help? This is my sincere goal as a coach. How can I help this person become 100% of their best self? Because my thought process is if every single person that walks through Vegan Squad's door for the next 50, 60 years becomes 100% of their potential, we'll have an army to change the world with. If you can start to love the way you look in the mirror, love the way that you speak to yourself. Alex, I know we worked on that. We're still working on that. I'm still asking Alex even last night to go look in the fucking mirror and see how great he is. Can you guys tell me, if anybody's still listening, can you tell me if Alex is either one of two things? He's great or not great. Could you write that in there so that maybe he doesn't have to believe me. Maybe he can believe all of you that he's also great and knows what he's up to. Courtney's got Tony the Tiger in there. Fantastic.
Thank you all.
Thank you for being honest. I wouldn't ask you to say something that's not true. I wouldn't be out here to make a fool of myself or to build Alex up and give him false confidence. No. Alex is great. And I think you should speak it louder, Alex.
Thank you. I do feel great. I'm stepping more into it every day with the help of my team. So.
Coach and don't stop.
Cool.
Chanel said, if you don't take time for your health, you make time for your illness. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Invest in yourselves, guys, and make sure mental health is the top priority. I didn't cover that enough on my speech. You need to keep rolling with every fucking punch, but you need to brainwash yourself into loving yourself, caring for yourself, speaking to you. Imagine you were 4 years old, 3 years old. How would you talk to yourself? If you went back in time and found your 3-year-old self, would you be an asshole to them? Would you tell them mean things? Fuck no. So you shouldn't talk to yourself that way now either. Start showing up for yourself. Start treating yourself with the same love that you give to other people, and you'll start becoming the person you deserve to be. I mean that 100%. I had to really focus on that. I'll send out, Alex, maybe we can text this out to everybody, but I'll send it out like my Lucas Mack playlist. It's all about like self-love, and I brainwash myself with that every single fucking day. Because whenever I'm feeling down or I feel doubt, which is every day I doubt this for a moment. But you got to get out of that. I've doubted this since before it started. I doubted it now that it's still here. And that's on me. But I'm getting better at it by finding tricks to just keep moving through those low points. So I would not be here had I not hired several coaches. I would not be here had I not started speaking about what was important to me, which is veganism. So if anybody's waiting, if there's a younger me out there that thinks people might judge them, you might lose friends. Nope, you might lose a couple people, but you might find the people you literally want to die with and would be happy to die for, and the people that are encouraging you to actually live your life. I did not start living until I found the Vegan Squad. I would love for you to come over here and be a part of what we're doing. That's it for me, Alex. I appreciate you all. Sincerely with love to all of you. And Ed, let's fucking go, brother. Let's fucking go. Vegan for life, starting today. I am so proud of you for coming on here and doing that in front of other people.